So it's December 31st, New Year's Eve, and last night I put the cabin sides on. So I just made up these little blocks like this, which I just screwed into the deck, excuse me, to hold it, keep it from sliding this way. And I've got these inner pieces here that I put on the inside to hold it in the right place on the inside. So, you know, and then up there and the same thing, you know, back here. So that all seems to work. The epoxy is cured. This is the excuse me, epoxy with the micro balloons in it. Is a fairing compound. It didn't come out as, it looked really nice and smooth when I put it on. As usual, this sort of stuff just tends to slump. I didn't put, maybe you could have put a little bit more stuff in it, made it a little stiffer. But I wet, you know, both sides out with epoxy, and then put a big blob of this down on the deck where the side was going to come down and meet it. Squished it down onto there. Scrape the stuff off the inside and put it on the outside out here, and it'll be fine. I'll just sand it off the excess stuff, and then later, after I take these off and clean this up, then I'm going to basically cover the outside of this with carbon fiber and overlap it onto the deck, like probably a couple inches, and that'll take care of the sides. They'll be good. Then I'm going to work on the front of the cabin here and make that piece up, put the carbon fiber on that, stick that in place, and then the back side here. And I'm waiting to put the roof on, which I've just got dangling up here above the boat. I'm waiting to put that on until after I've got the centerboard in place. So that's what it looks like right now. And on this side over here, on the starboard side, it needed to be pushed down a little bit here so that it would meet the deck. So I just put a big clamp on the front of it and stacked a bunch of little lead bricks on top of it just to kind of squish it down. Then had a little stack of bricks sitting in this end over here to squish it down on the back end so it would hold it firmly. The port side was fine, but this side just needed a little encouragement to sit down nice and tight. So yeah, it's all set. This is the sort of thing that you just kind of figure out like last minute. You don't know what's going to happen exactly. You stick it there and then like, oh, I have to figure this out, how I'm going to hold it down. So lots of stuff just sort of spontaneously happens, and you figure it out as you go along, and necessity solves the problem, you know, it's the mother of invention sort of thing. Yeah, but it's looking pretty good.